Hi, welcome back. I'm Andre Rodrigues.
And I'm Annabelle Earth.
And today we have a special guest. Also another migrant to this wonderful country in Perth. Hails from the country of Greece. He's a stand-up comedian. He's an actor. He's also a good friend. Please welcome Dimitrios, whose surname is too long. Christodoulakis.
Hey! Like a real Greek. That's all right. That's all right. Well done.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, let's start right off. How long have you been in Perth?
Okay, it's funny you said that I was a migrant, right? Because a lot of people ask me if you know, when did I arrive from the motherland? I was actually born in Perth, but at age 10 I moved to the US. So I'm from Greek parents.
Okay.
My parents met here. They had the family, and age 10 we moved to the US, to New York in the Bronx. And then I came back age 30 in 2006. But if you ask me, I'm Greek. I speak Greek. The blood, you know, in my veins is Greek. I'm Greek. Yeah.
How long have you been acting?
Oh, acting. So I would say since 2011 is when I got started. Yeah. So I studied law part-time, and that's when I started. And when I was in class, there was a guy there who says, "Listen, you sound like a gangster," right? One of the bad guys.
You sound like a gangster.
Yeah, and he said, a friend of his, whose name was Oscar Ward, he said he's doing a gangster flick and he's looking, would you mind going for an audition? So went there, I had to just hold the gun. He said, don't move. And yeah, once you get bit, you know, that's it. You know, you want more and more out of the industry. And that was in 2011. That's how I got started, yeah. So since then, play the bad guy role predominantly. You know what's the feeling.
I was not a bad guy role.
Yeah.
The bad guys together in the last film.
Yes.
It's just the odd one out over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a short film that you did in the States.
Yes.
Right. You want to talk about that one?
Okay, it was called Super Zero. So in 2016, like there was a lull with engineering work here in Perth. So I went back to New York in 2017. While I was there, I wanted to try the acting scene. And I auditioned for a role, again, to play a bad guy who robs a bodega in Jackson Heights, Queens. So I rock up to this little convenience store, and I've got the balaclava and the dark clothing and everything. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and you know, I'm like, hey guys, has anyone notified the cops that, you know, we're gonna be holding up this convenience store? And they're like, no. I says, listen guys, they're trigger happy here. I said, I need some guy to stand outside the door. Let's put a sign, let's make it safe. So I could, you know, hold up the store, you know, in a safe way. Yeah, and yeah, it worked well. It was all right. It's good.
Stereotypical, isn't it? Get the Greek guy in a US city holding up a convenience store.
Hey, you know, what can I say? What can I say?
There was another short film that you did that won quite a fair few awards in LA.
Yes, True Reflections. So it was great. So out of the whole group that filmed True Reflections, I was the only one that flew to Los Angeles. So I had a couple of friends of mine that I went to high school with in Florida, and they met me there. And before flying over there, a mate of mine here where I used to work as an engineer, he said, you can't just go like that, we got to deck you out in like good clothing. So $1,000 later, I go out there looking flash and everything, because apparently Aaron Camp, who was the director, was up for 15 awards.
15, wow.
Yeah. So I bought these pair of shoes like on the spur of the moment, and they were like 2 sizes too small. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to look like Flapper in case I get called up and go down there. So we walked around Los Angeles, and I was in pain with these shoes. So there I am up in this auditorium, and I'm just sitting there in the back, and I took my shoes off, and the lights are off, and I just put my head back, and they called my name. They said, you know, True Reflections. Not my name, they called it the name of the movie. So there I am in the dark trying to find my shoes, and finally I find them, and I go down and I pick up the first award, then I come back up, and then again, next award, and next award. And they're like, just stay down there, man, you know, take all of them while you're down there, you know. And it was great. It was a great opportunity. It was fantastic.
How many awards the show pick up?
I think it was 8 out of 15, 7 or 8 out of 15. Yeah.
That's so impressive.
Yeah, it was great. It was a good flick. It was a great experience too to work with.
And I've seen some of Aaron Camp's work, so it's quite good. You know?
Right.
We watched True Reflections at the Backlot Theatre.
All right.
Together with another short film that you did, Aversion.
Aversion, that's right, yes.
And what's your character in that one?
So I play a psychologist who who treats, say, his wife, and the treatment doesn't work. So she ends up killing herself. So I get angry and depressed. Not that my wife is gone. I'm happy. I'm excited that she's gone. But only because that the treatment didn't work. So I insist that my treatment and methodologies can work. So then I entrap 6 of my ex-patients, students, so to speak. And I then work on them or torture them based on their fears, like aquaphobia, fear of blood. Yes, yeah.
Wow, that'd be fun.
Yeah, very interesting, yeah.
But you've clearly done heaps in acting, but I hear you're also a comedian as well.
That's right, yeah.
So what's the story behind that? How'd you jump from acting to comedian?
So there's another story just before that.
Okay.
So there was a competition going on for Channel 10's The Project.
Oh yeah.
And they just wanted a 20-second film of yourself and see if you've got the personality for the show. So I acted like my uncle Napoleon from Greece with a heavy Greek accent. So they called me, I submitted it on Friday, which was the last day. They called me Monday at work, and they were asking me certain questions, the producers at Channel 10. They said, what's your name? What do you do? What do you study? Engineering, so forth, and whatever. They go, right, when you take a shit, do you scrunch or fold? And I go, I scrunch. And they said, why? I said, because I want as much distance from my fingertips to my asshole. Right? Like, I don't understand why people fold anyways. And they go, right, that's exactly what we want. We want that quick whip, and you're on. So I won and had the opportunity to go co-host the show in Melbourne. Yeah.
That's insane. So you were sitting next to
Carrie Bickmore, Peter Hellier.
Yeah.
Yeah, who stole one of my jokes, but you know, that's fine. Yeah.
What jokes did you steal?
It was about Ladybugs infiltration in the UK. So during the green room, he asked me, he goes, what do you think about this Ladybugs? Because they said it's only toxic, or it's only bad for you if you ingest them. It will leave a bad taste in your mouth. And I go, I generally don't put anything in my mouth that leaves a bad taste. He goes, yeah, all right, yeah. And he starts writing that one down, you know. So when we were on for filming for that episode, he said my joke. And then he goes, and then the camera's panned to me. He goes, what about you, Dimitrios? What do you think about ladybugs? So now I'm stuck thinking, you know, I've got nothing to say. And I go, he goes, are you afraid of ladybugs? And I go, ladybugs, no, but lady men, yes. And the crowd roared, you know, but
That worked out.
yeah, it worked out well. It was just a spur of the moment.
You also been on the Ultimate Funniest Comedian.
Yes, competition.
It was a competition. All right. Yeah.
After that, I did 2 other stints at the Brisbane Hotel and the Bassadine and so forth. So I thought I was pretty good. So I applied for this competition. It was about 120 odd stand-up comics. So I got up to the last 12. So I was a semi-finalist, which I was quite impressed. You know, it was
Oh, it's pretty good.
yeah, pretty good.
For a Greek.
So
Yeah.
Dude.
No, I'm just. Can we get a little taste of Uncle Napoleon?
Yes.
All right, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to the beach, please remember that I'm there to help you. I'm just to put suntan lotion on the beautiful ladies' the bodies. You know, everything's going to be all right. I'm here to protect. I'm worried about the sun damaging your skin, and that's why I'm here to put that lotion on your body to protect you. Okay, come to Uncle Napoleon. I'll help you. That's.
Okay, I'm sold already.
And that's what I did. That's what I did
So
for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then that's what the project wanted. Yeah, and that's how I got on.
But you're very accomplished, obviously, because I can just sit here and let Andre just ramble. just relax.
I'll
with me.
stop. Yeah.
So do you have any advice for anyone else trying to get in the industry?
If they want to get into it, do it. If you want to get started, very easily do these student short films that come up on Star Now or whatever, you know, that they advertise.
Yeah.
Do enough of that you generate enough material for a show reel, and then once you get a show reel, memorize a monologue, and then hit the agencies, you know, and then they'll get your work. We could, you know, they do the commercials or feature films or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, better advice than I ever got, honestly.
Do you know any monologues now off the top of your head? Any
Oh, what do I do? I always do Al Pacino's Devil's Advocate. Yeah, that's.
What, towards the end when he's talking to Keanu Reeves, is it?
Yeah, when he. Okay, no, I haven't done it for a while, but it's when he goes to Keanu Reeves because he's talking about guilt, and he goes, "Guilt? That's like a sack of bricks. Who are you going to hold them them bricks for anyways? God? Is that it? God? Well, now, let me tell you. Let me give you a little inside information about God. God, he's a prankster. He likes to watch. He gives you instinct. He gives you this extraordinary gift, and then what does he do? I swear, for his own amusement, for his own cosmic gag reel, he sets the rules in opposition. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow. And when you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. And that's what I do. That's generally what I do. If they want a monologue, that's what I do. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's one of my best. He's one of my favorite actors, Al Pacino, all the way.
He's so good.
All the way.
Well, Dimitrios, thank you so much for taking the time out to see us today.
My pleasure, thank you.
We would definitely come and visit you again with your short films.
Yes, I'd love to come back. I'd love to come back one day, you know. If you guys will have me, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll see how the ratings do. If they go up or down.
The things you said today.
Yes, yeah.
Alright guys, we've got a couple of events coming up for this week. So we've also got the 20th Ord Valley Muster that's still going on from May 17th to May 29th. It's at Jim Hughes Amphitheatre. So there's multiple events there, guys. There's arts, there's comedy, there's dining, there's rodeo. Please go check it out. You'll have a ball of a time. And there's also the West Australian Ballet performing Giselle at the moment. So tomorrow is the last day, so please go check it out, guys. You can get your tickets from scoop.com.au, and that at His Majesty's Theatre at 7:30 tonight. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click the notifications bell to be up to date on all of our content. And please comment below and check out our socials. The descriptions are down below.
We also like to thank our sponsors, Malaga Print and Signs. And for all your social media needs, please contact Karen and Vicki, whose links will be at the bottom of this page as well.
I'm Annabelle Earth.
And I'm Andre Rodrigues.
And this is In 5. Don't forget to tune in next week, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
So if you didn't watch Sesame Street, what did you watch?
Mostly adult stuff.
Adult stuff.
I watched
What do you mean,
Sesame
like,
5.
what just watch? What do you
You
mean?
know what? Probably by accident, because my mother was a nudist painter, so the amount of times
Get
I
out
find
of-
naked people walking around the house was very
It's all. Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
Wow.
like, oh, hi, Mel.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Hey.
George, no, shoot. He's like, yeah, we're in the club today. Like,
It's a party thing. People are supposed to be close to
Wow,
get to that.
that's neat. So you've got a very unique upbringing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we should interview you. So, how old were you when you?
Trees pound. It's a lot of-
How old were you when you were running around and seeing all the? There used to be a guy. I was in Mykonos in 2007.
Close the other week.
2007, and he was called DJ Sasa, and he used to wear an elephant face G-string. He was hairless, he was tanned, and he just had the elephant face G-string, and he used to stand, and it was common that as you walk by the nightclub, you know, through the entrance, he anoints you with his string. Oh, thank you. It's in my eye. It burns. Don't worry about it. He goes, my name is DJ Sasa. And every time he says Sasa, he'll go, Sasa, Sasa, like that.
oh, no, that's so
Yeah.
magical.
You have you been to Greece?
No, I was actually, me and my friends were going to go, and then COVID happened.
Okay, you're single?
Because it was,
Yes.
Okay, because it's a rite of passage. You have to go to Mykonos. If you're married, just leave the wife at home and just yeah. It's still a rite of passage. We all have to do it, you know, at one point in our life. Yeah.